really stressed out to get all the pieces together for today. And luckily, and and this is really the truth, the last 30 minutes puzzle we got the puzzle together, and we are ready to share something. And Tammy, but Tammy is actually a college teacher, and she's teaching now us what is really her baby. I think she what she's going to share with you tonight is something what actually is what she's doing on a daily basis at the college. So I would take notes, really take notes, and listen very carefully, because if you master what Tammy is teaching you tonight, you will get set up for success. So Tammy, thanks for joining, and I'm also eager to learn everything what you have to share.
Good. Well, I'm going to keep tonight's training short, but it's jam-packed with information. And as you can see, this goldfish is the big image on the screen. And think about this. The average human attention span in the year 2000 was 12 seconds, but by 2013, it was only 8 seconds. And that's 1 second shorter than the attention span of a goldfish. And think about that. What does that mean to you as a local marketing consultant? It means that no matter if you're online or in front of a person speaking to them, you have less than 8 seconds to get their attention and get them to think about what it is you're trying to tell them. So the presentation I have tonight is all about grabbing people's attention. And of course, it's the take action marketing implementation that we've been talking about. And it's all about saying it with power, with the idea that if you start to implement what I'm teaching you, that you should be able to get at least one new client this week. And of course, I can't make any promises about your personal results, but I certainly can tell you that if you do something repeatedly, consistently, you will have success and results. So I just want you to know that. So let's talk about grabbing a person's attention. And the thing about people today is they're pulled in 50 billion different directions. So you must grab people's attention and get them to think about what's in it for me, so they say to you, tell me more. You have to grab their attention long enough to start a conversation that's about them, or that they think is about them, and how you can help them. And I want to really emphasize that it's all about them, not about you. So you're going to have to take the idea off about telling them how it's going to benefit you, to how everything you do is going to benefit the person that you're talking to. And I want you to preface this. I designed this to talk to people who are in the local marketing consulting business, and I know most of you are, and you're trying to sell services such as social media, video marketing, pay-per-call, pay-per-click, email marketing, website design, web marketing, mobile marketing, call tracking, Google AdWords, lead generation, reputation, search engine optimization, SEO, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, retargeting. You get the picture. You can write your own script for any service you offer just by choosing the service and adding a few well-chosen phrases. And that's what I'm working on training you on tonight, is how no matter what the services are, that you can literally take the scripts and templates that I'm going to show you tonight and fill in the blanks with what you're offering. And since I know all of you are offering like different packages, that's why I'm showing you this and showing you how you can just literally take whatever service it is you offer, fill in the blank. So let's go ahead and talk about what are called I help statements. And this is actually can be a 6-step or a 10-step formula that takes about 8 to 15 seconds to get out of your mouth once you've practiced it. And I'm just going to give you the formula right now, and then I'm going to show you some examples so that you can get the idea. And do take notes, but more than anything, I can make this short presentation available in a PDF form to you so that you'll at least have this formula, because there are many formulas that you can use, but I really like the I help formula because it starts out with I help, and then you want to plug in your ideal client, whomever that ideal client is. For you, it could be a local business, it could be an attorney, it could be a plumber. Plug in any of the more than 150 niche ideal clients that you have with your local ThemeJack, and then you say who are struggling with whatever their problem, complaint, or situation is, and I'm going to give you some examples related to local consultants in a minute. 3, to do, be, get, achieve. You give a solution so they can achieve or get some big result. And then number 5 is the differentiator, which is where you make your magic, or you tell them your secret sauce in a way in only 3 days without sacrificing a lot of time or money. Faster, easier, better. So you want to put in some little differentiator that will make you stand out in their mind, even if, whatever this objection might be, even if nothing else has worked, or they have no time, or they can't afford it. So it's a basic 6-step I help formula. You can end it at that point. Remember, you're using this as a conversation starter. So you could be either on the telephone, you could be writing this in an email, or you could be standing in front of someone talking to them directly. So this formula is useful in any circumstance where you might have to come up with something very quickly. And once you know this formula and you have this script memorized and in your head, you'll be able to pull it out whenever you need it. So if you want to add a few more ideas and a few more seconds of time to really hit a home run, you can add any of these 4 to make it a very complete presentation in about 30 seconds. And you could add, I do that by, or through, or with, whatever you have to offer. So it could be, I do that by providing a responsive website, as an example. And my clients, my audience, my customers often say that they love the fact they're getting new customers each and every day with their website. That would be your social proof or your testimonials. If you're interested in whatever the next steps are that you want them to take, learning more, achieving the same results, or whatever, I invite you to take action, which would be you want them to call you, make an appointment, meet me, have me make a web presence analysis, whatever it might be that you want them to do. What is the action you want to take? So let's go ahead and I'll give you a couple examples. And these are some that I wrote that I use for myself. And so, for example, let's say that somebody says to me, what do you do, Tammy? And I might say, I help people who are struggling to get found online. Then I pause. They may say, well, how do you do that? Because I have piqued their curiosity. I do that by creating a massive online footprint with digital media. My clients are thrilled by their online presence and how it has helped them grow their client base. If if you want to know more, I can give you a free website presence analysis and we can meet to discuss it. So I gave them a lot of options in that short paragraph. I told them that I can create a massive online footprint using digital media. I'm saying my clients are thrilled by their online presence and how it helps them grow their client base. And then I say, if you want to know more, I can give you a free website presence analysis and we can meet to discuss it. So I put in, I'm going to give you something free and we can meet to discuss it. Okay, and of course I would want to go on to set up the time or the appointment after that, but we're just trying to get them to talk to us at this point. Another example could be, I help people who are struggling to get people to visit their website. The person may say, well, how do you do that? So in this case, I'm going to use my Facebook custom advertising. So I say, I do that by creating Facebook custom audiences for their paid advertising. My clients love the fact that they can now target their exact customers and save money. If you want to get results, we can meet. When is a good time for you? So notice I changed it up a little bit. One of the things I want you to know is that with any script, the idea is not to say the script word for word. It's that you would learn the script but make it your own so that it comes out naturally. And if you're standing in front of someone, obviously you're not going to have a piece of paper in front of you to help prompt you. But if you are on the telephone, you can have your script in front of you and just use it as a guide or a roadmap to help you. So I'm going to give you another example, and this is related to what to say when you follow up on emails once they've been opened. As you know, with all of your email training, you send out your emails, and the best case scenario, you have a couple scenarios that could happen. One would be that they would call you back, and then you have to know, well, what am I going to say to them when they call me back? Or you have to call them to follow up after you see that they've opened your email. So let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. Remember, you're going to have to do a little bit of work on this. You have to rehearse and do this over and over again. And I'd say that most people will start to feel comfortable, 5 times, 10 times, until you know the script, even if you're using the script directly in front of you. So in this case, wherever you see a blank, that's where you would insert your name and your prospect's name into the blank spaces. And this is really important to know whenever you meet someone, either in person or on the phone. Always identify yourself, or if you're on the phone, they may hang up on you. But in person, if you don't identify yourself, how often have you ever met somebody, had a long conversation, and then you're going, I didn't even tell them who I was, so they don't really have a clue. So always identify yourself. And here's an example. Hi, John, this is Tammy from Take Action Marketing. Did I catch you at an okay time? I am using this script as a telephone script. So I'm asking immediately, did I catch you at an okay time? Is this a good time to talk? Now, you have to listen to the answer. They may say, yes, it's a good time, or they may say it's a bad time, or they may say something else. So you just never know what they're going to say, but you want to be prepared. But you always want to be able to tell them why you're calling. So you would say, John, I'm sure you're really busy and I want to respect your time, so I'll be brief. And do be brief, 30 seconds to a minute. The reason for my call, and I'm using this example as the Google update, is that Google just updated the way it ranks mobile websites on smartphones, and I noticed you opened the email I sent to you. As you know, more than 50% of people are using smartphones to search information online before buying, so I wanted to be sure you're getting all the clients and customers who are using their smartphones into the door of your business. I don't know if you're ready for our services, but with your permission, let's talk a few minutes about to determine if anything we're doing can benefit your business. Would you be comfortable spending a few minutes with me on the phone now to determine if I can help you make your website meet Google's new requirements? Now, this is kind of a long couple sentences, and as you know, the person is going to be talking to you. But if you have the basis of what you're trying to tell them written down and memorized, you'll at least be able to get it out so that whatever they say to you, you'll know what you're saying. Now, you have to have a goal. What is your goal? Your goal is either going to be to make an appointment in person, to make an appointment over the phone for a join me or a go to meeting or some type of a video or some type of an interface online, or your goal is going to be that you're going to try to sell them right now. So you have to determine what your goal is for your scripts. And in this case, I think that my goal would be to try to set an appointment either in person if I'm a local marketer, or if I'm trying to do business with people around the country or around the world, to at least set an appointment for another time, or if it's a good time, to go ahead and go into what your services are that you provide. And you'll need to brainstorm what your services are, and remember, a confused mind will not buy. So you want to make sure that your services are very clear. If you're selling a mobile responsive website and hosting, that will probably be your first offering. And then as you develop a relationship, you can offer them all of those other services that you might have. Now here is another scenario, and this is one, another follow-up call. And I know a lot of people are hesitant or even fearful sometimes to pick up the phone and dial a call. But again, you can use these formulas and these scripts either for when somebody calls you or for when you call them. But in this case, we're going to have a follow-up call. So of course you're going to pick up the phone, you're going to dial the person that has opened up the email, and again, you want to be prepared and introduce yourself, and everything you do is in preparation so that even if you don't have an answer to every question, you at least will be ready to answer any question. And remember, your scripts are your roadmaps, your outline, or your formula, and they're meant to help you to move forward. And most people, if you have a script, then it forces you to say the same thing over and over and over again, and then at some point it just becomes a natural part of you, and you'll just talk to them as if they're your best friend, because you have to convey energy with your voice. You don't have the luxury of having body language or facial expressions when you're on a telephone call, so everything has to come across, all your energy has to come across with your voice. So you can start your calls with the following. Ask for your prospect by name, and it can be hi, Mr., Ms., last name, or hi, first name. I prefer first names. And also, just a little tip, if it's a doctor or someone like that, don't call them doctor. Call them by their first name, because you don't want to put them at a higher level than you are. So you might say, hi, my name is Tammy, my company is Take Action Marketing, or this is Tammy at Take Action Marketing. So you say what you do, and you might use an expert statement so that you can position yourself as an authority expert. So you might say, hi, this is Tammy at Take Action Marketing. I help our customers by, and then you might say, by creating responsive websites. And so, as simple as that, just a couple words can help them to place you. And of course, if you sent them an email, they're probably going through their mind going, oh yeah, I remember that email. Or if you called them when you saw that they opened it, they may be looking at the email actually right when you're calling them. And then you can fill in the blank with how you help your customers, add this sentence about your credentials, and you can say, I have helped my clients dominate online with dynamic websites like the sample I sent to you. Because if you used one of the Lead Tracker Jack email samples about the Google Mobile Friendly update, you did send them a sample of what their website might look like. And you can use that, and they'll say, oh yeah, I remember, because you gave them that visual. And then, of course, you want to have a call to action, and you want to ask for an appointment or for the business. And again, I don't know which direction you are personally going. If you're doing local marketing and you're trying to get business in your local hometown, you would more than likely be asking either for a personal appointment or to send them some other information. If you're trying to close them over the phone, you of course would talk about your services, how much it costs, and the conversation would flow into here's how you pay for it over PayPal. Now, that's the training I have tonight. I promised Jack that I would keep it short, and it's been about 25 minutes. But I wanted to let you all know that I have a lot more training that I put together, and I've worked with Jack on this, and I've been working on this actually for quite a long time, and it all came together literally, like Jack said, within the last half hour, but I've been working on this a long time. I put together what's called Power Pitch Training, and I have 45 pages of scripts and templates where I go through and I give you examples, and I actually went into the Jack's email templates and I pulled out some of them, and I wrote responses to his emails that he gave you so that you could directly respond to the emails. And I created 10 videos with explanations and the scripting. And then I know that everybody is different, so I want to give everybody a hot seat opportunity so that I can help you create your very own scripts for your business. So I have 4 webinars set up starting Wednesday. So I have Wednesday and Thursday, and then Wednesday and Thursday of next week set up so that you can give me your business information and we can write your personal scripts live in a workshop situation. And then, of course, we have the LeadsMaster Pro, and it is $27 to get the Power Pitch training that I've just barely touched on in the last 25 minutes. So I want to go ahead and show you the sales page here just so that you can get a little bit more of an idea about what it is. And I'll open it up to questions also in a minute. But I just want to show you this and my thinking behind it, because I know a lot of you have expressed to me that you have fear, that you're stuck, you're having trouble following up, and you just don't know what to say. And that's why I put this together in response to people telling me, can you help me come up with some scripts and ideas? So that's what we have here. And again, the Power Pitch is all about giving you formulas so that you can design what you're going to say in 8 seconds or less to grab a prospect's attention, to get some scripts to help you sell whatever product it is that you're selling or service, to build up your confidence no matter what, and what to say and how to say it so that you can go about your business with that confidence so that when you pick up the phone, you don't have to have any fear at all about the fact that you can answer their questions. So I just want you to know, and Jack, I guess he can put the link to this into the box. It's leadsmasterpro.com/power-pitch. And again, I have a 6-step formula, and I gave you a sample of that already tonight, the iHelp formula. I also have a 1-2-3 method for creating your personal 8-second pitch. I have the 9 C's for the perfect elevator pitch, exact scripts so that you can answer those emails about the Google update that you've already sent out. I can help you with your exact scripts for the follow-up phone calls, and again, what to say in 8 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. And again, the idea is to get intrigue and curiosity so that people will say to you, what do you do? Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more, so that you can move into talking about your services and that you can become that educator, advocate, solution provider. And again, I wanted to give you that personal attention that so that you can come on to a webinar and everybody will get a chance to have their script evaluated so that you come out of this with your script for your business. Because I can only assume, what you're trying to create, but if I see what you're trying to create, I can give you that advice and it'll benefit everyone. Again, I made 10 videos, a 45-page PDF workbook, so that you can use your workbook to go through the pitch, 10 videos explaining about all of the different templates and pitches that I put together, and then, of course, the live training. And you can use this for your follow-up calls, your pitch calls, personal introductions, elevator pitches, confidence building. You've got fill-in-the-blank templates. You can use these formulas for any situation, and I think really it can help you get unstuck and eliminate that fear of follow-up, because follow-up, it seems to be the thing that we have the hardest time doing, and I don't know why, but if we can make it easier, then of course you're going to get more business, because if you don't ever follow up or talk to people, you're never going to sell them anything. I've also gathered up the hot formulas from Carmine Gallo, the author of The Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs, Alicia Gregory, How to Write an Elevator Pitch, Greg Malloy, The Perfect Elevator Pitch, Richard Fouts, the SIR Framework, Brian Walter, Extreme Meetings, and Chris O'Leary and his elevator pitch stuff. And of course, you can read all of this for yourself, but I just want to tell you, Alicia Adams Moore wrote this. She's been in my mastermind, and I thought this was a nice comment that she made. She said that being in the mastermind helped me in my goal of getting more clients by keeping me focused with the weekly accountability call, as well as the encouragement. The where and how to ideas shared for finding opportunities and the specifics for what to say and how to structure speaking events was particularly helpful in giving me the confidence to put myself out there. And I think that obviously that's a very nice comment, but the idea was that she got specifics about what to say so that she could get out there and really put herself out. So again, Power Pitch, it's $27, and you'll also get the famous evaluation form, access to the Facebook group, and the 21 ways to create the perfect website for your local business. So I'd really like to invite you right now, if you want to get started, everything's done. You can go in and download your PDF workbook. You can get your 10 videos and sign up for the hot seat webinar training. The first one is on Wednesday. So you can get started right away. And for $27, it's something that you absolutely can get a lot of benefit from, especially if you participate in the live webinar trainings where we'll take your script and make it yours. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Lloyd Johnson, this is 100% different than Video Marketing Agency. Thomas, I will make sure that there's time to help everyone. And let's see, Lois, do you have a voicemail script for cold call? Lois, if that's something that you want for yourself, that's what we could create for you. A voicemail, really the main difference between what I would say a telephone script and a voicemail is that you're going to keep it very short, as short as possible, with the idea that you're either going to want them to call you back or that you're hoping that you can get them to go to your website to get more information. We would have to talk about your specific goals for your voicemail. A lot of times with voicemail, the idea is that you want people to call you back, so you would want to have some really, really hot reason for somebody to call you back if you're leaving a voicemail. Let's see. Dale Wagner, let's just say it is speed to market. We'll fix it. Miss Beginning, is this a $27 one-time? This is a one-time $27. Is this for follow-up calls? I don't know, VVNI, you can use this for following up on emails that you've already sent. You could use this to write emails to send, or you can use this for cold calling. You can use these for any way that you would want to use them. Okay, Brian, I'm not sure what your question is. The webinars, when you sign up, the webinars, I haven't set a time for the webinars yet because I wanted to get a consensus. They will be on Wednesday and Thursday for the next 2 weeks, but I haven't set the exact times yet because I wanted to get a consensus from the people who actually sign up. Okay. Okay. Dale Wagner, I guess you're asking about the other offer that we have available, and I'll be talking more about that. That is more training, and I call it level 2 training about power networking, and I've talked a little bit about it in the Leads Master Pro group about power networking, but I'll be actually talking about that more on Tuesday. I didn't want to talk about both of the trainings at the same time because they are very different, but they do go together. The power pitch is what I would call a foundation and very specific about what to say and and how to say it, very concentrated. The power networking is more, a lot more detailed about how to do power networking, how to grow your list, and it's a lot more involved. So power pitch is very specifically on making phone calls and doing like your 8 seconds, your 15 second, your 30 second. It's more about the pitch, and then the power networking is more about the process and how to create relationships and referral marketing. So they're similar but extremely different. There, let's see. Sarah, yes, I record everything that I do, and I also ask other people to record it in case my recording devices fail. But 99.9% of the time, everything that we produce is recorded without any failure. I have had a couple times where something did happen, but most of the time we're fine. But I do have a fail-safe in that. Um, let's see. Power networking, Ted. Um, I don't have the power networking link, but Jack has it, and he could put that into the box if you're interested. Power networking, if Jack could put that into the box, that would be great, and then you can go check that out. It is also ready to go, but again, I won't be talking about it until Tuesday, but both of these, if you're interested in, if you've been in any of the masterminds or any of the training with me, just to be honest, my training is getting better and better because I'm learning from you, and I try to create what you are asking me for, and this was actually created because of the people in my mastermind and who have purchased other products such as video marketing and the mobile wizard. They were saying, you know, I'd really like to have more scripting, more done for you templates, more things like that that I can easily fill in the blanks. And they also are saying, well, I like it when you can talk to me a little bit and give me personal advice. So that's why I put the webinars out there also, because people, they like it when they can talk to me and ask me questions. And if we can do that in a group setting, that works out very well because everybody wins and everybody will get, you know, whatever it is that you bring to me about your business will definitely create at least one script that you can use. And what you're going to find is once you have that one script, you'll be able to just tweak it a little bit for every one of your ideal clients because, again, if you're, I don't know who your ideal client is, but certainly attorneys, doctors, dentists, plumbers, you know, dog groomers, whatever, out of all the niches out there, we certainly can make it fit for whoever you want. Brian, I'm not familiar with Press One, so I can't answer your question. I apologize. Okay. Hey, Sarah. Great. I'm glad. Lewis says the buy button does not work. So, Jack, can you check on that? I'm not sure. I know that when I checked it earlier on both of the things, they both worked. What you're going to find, actually, when you do join, you'll be taken to a membership site, and depending on if you're a member already or not, you'll have access to a new level. And if you're brand new, obviously it'll tell you to fill out a little membership thing. It'll send you your membership, and then you'll go to a welcome page, and the welcome page then will give you instructions. There's basically 4 things that you're going to do. You're going to go to your page where all your downloads are. You're going to sign up for your webinar. You're going to join the Facebook group, and the 4th one, I think, is to do your homework. But it's pretty simple in terms of, like I said, everything's ready to go. You've got your downloads and you have your videos right in your membership site. And then Leads Master Pro is your group. So if you're already a member of Leads Master Pro, you'll go there to look for information about the power pitching. Lewis is saying he's having trouble on Power Pitch. Okay, so Lewis, it might be you because other people are saying that they're okay. Okay. Sarah, what I will do on the webinars is I'll actually, in the Leads Master Pro group, I will actually ask people, I'll give you like 3 different times, and I'll try to choose times that are good for people around the world. and I might have a different time on Wednesday and a different time on Thursday, just to try to accommodate the globalness of our group. No, Karen, I'm not creating a new Facebook group for this. I'm going to keep it in LeadsMaster Pro. So it'll just be part of LeadsMaster Pro there. Sarah, I am in Florida, which we are on Eastern Daylight Time right now. So wherever you're at, I'll try to make it fit, within time frames. And then I know we have some people in Australia, and I try to figure out, when would they, not be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what I'm always trying to figure out. Are there any other questions? So anyway, again, if you want, let me go back. I'll just go ahead and, again, I'll go to the help statement. And I also do give you, I have some examples in the class of people on LinkedIn who are using all these different types of formulas. So I show you people that you can go check out how they're using these statements, and so that I can give you a lot of examples so that you can see how other people are using these so that it flows. That's the biggest thing about scripts and about templates. You have to tweak them a little bit so that it flows in a language that you're comfortable with, and that's the biggest struggle that most of us have when we're trying to use scripts and templates, is they don't flow right for the way we speak, so that's why you have to edit them. But this is an extremely powerful formula. The I help ideal client who are struggling with problem, complaint, or situation to be achieved, so they can get big results in only 3 days or whatever, even if. These are extremely powerful formulas. Okay. BB yes, there should be a replay. Okay. So, according to this, again, tonight I'm talking about power pitching, and then on Tuesday I'm going to be talking about power networking. If you've been on the training calls, maybe about a month ago, I actually talked about both of these topics, and one was about what to say and how to say it, and the other one was about power networking and how to get in front of people and how to get people to give you referrals. So these are built upon what I've trained on in the past, except massively expanded so that you can get a lot of value out of it. Both of these are created as college courses, and so if I were teaching this in a college environment at Florida Gulf Coast University, the tuition would be $250 and they would run over 6 weeks. That's how the college works. And the one thing is you're getting the same college level classes that people would buy, but you're getting it in a more condensed form, and you're getting it with actually more personal attention, because I do the live webinars, and the college, they prefer that I don't do the live webinars. So you guys actually get more for a much smaller amount of money than they do in a college class. But the good news is the formulas and everything are all research formulas, all proven formulas. And again, I'm pulling from some of the great elevator pitch writers and great names like Carmine Gallo, who wrote the Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs. And so you're getting the concepts from very high levels that you can apply to your local business. Okay, can I show what screen? The next screen. Oh, okay. You want to see the other 4 ideas. Okay, and like I said, if you add these next 4 items to your formula, you've got a 10-point formula that you can knock them, knock anyone's socks off with. And there's some other formulas that I discuss in the class. One is called the wow, how, now formula, where you knock them off their socks with some kind of wow statement, and then you say how you do it, and then you give them something now. And I talk about, I think I've got 6 or 7 different really highly effective ways to do information presentation. Some are for in-person, some are for emails, some are for getting in front of a speaking group. So there's a lot of variety in the course, and I try to give you information that you can use in real-life scenarios. Good, Anthony. I'm glad to hear that you wanted to go forward with this. Okay. Lewis got his problem fixed. He was in a wrong class. When am I doing a social media class? Karen, at the college, I have a social media platform class coming up in the fall. And then I have a video marketing class also. But to tell you the truth, unless you want the college credits, you're better off to take them directly from me, and you get the same education, and I can provide you with a certificate of completion if you want it. Deb Hart, web presence evaluation was mentioned as a possible service to incorporate in a power pitch. The web presence evaluation, okay, that is something that, how many of you do not know how to do a web presence evaluation? If you would write into the box, I want to learn how to do a web presence evaluation, I can certainly include that and create how to do that. I use web presence evaluations videos. I create web presence evaluations on videos all the time. So let me see. Good, Ted. Okay. I do. Okay. Rebecca Happy says, I don't use web presence, but I want to learn how. Ted says he wants to learn. Karen says she'd like to learn. Arlene. Okay. It sounds to me, yes, Lloyd, this purchase will be added to your LeadsMaster Pro membership site. It's everything that I do is part of LeadsMaster Pro member. It's just that they're different products that live on that site. Vincent, the certification for social media is offered through Florida Gulf Coast University. And yes, I created and I teach that class. Helene, you said in an earlier slide that you should say to your client, I noticed, okay, Helene, what I'm saying is if you are responding, if you have a tracker, like in Jack's system, you can track if the emails were opened, or maybe you're using Yesware. If you know that they opened the email and you call them as a follow-up, you can say, I noticed you opened the email that I sent you about, let's say, the Google Mobile Friendly Update. Do you have any questions? Or I'm following up. But they may even say, well, how do you know that I opened the email? And you can say, oh, I use a sophisticated system that helps me with my marketing, and I could create that for you too. You could always use that as a kind of a wow factor. How did you know I opened the email? and you can use that as a wow factor, so that and be honest, say that, oh, I use a email tracking system so that I can respond to people who are interested in my services quickly. You can turn that into a very positive statement. Okay, it looks like we have quite a few people who are very much interested in learning how to do a web presence evaluation. So Helene B., I don't think so. She's saying, the question is, doesn't it come off creepy as if you're stalking them? I think that the only way it would come off as creepy is how you reacted and how you presented it. But if you said, you know, in a positive way, yes, I use a sophisticated email tracking system that I could use to help you with your marketing, and explain what it is, so they understand that it's not really creepy. It's just that technology can do that, and they would probably be interested in knowing how that could help them improve their business. It really depends on you and how you feel about using the technology, and if you think it feels creepy, then don't use that. If you feel it's okay, then certainly use whatever it is that works for you. Love to learn. Okay, great. Lewis, on the scripts on closing the sale, overcoming objections, I'm thinking that in both the Power Pitch and in the Power Networking, I have quite a bit of training about questions and about answers. And one of the things that I want to do in at least one of our webinars coming up is the role playing. And of course, if we do role playing, talking about what to say to people, we certainly can come up with some objections and answers to objections that you can use and that all of you can use. So let's go talk about that. Let's see. Rada, let's see. Do you ask for the decision maker, or do you go straight into the conversation with whomever answers the phone? You want to get a hold of the decision maker if possible, and again, sometimes you might have to go through a gatekeeper, and if you do, then of course you would tailor your telephone script to jump through that hoop, and we can talk about that, about gatekeepers and what to say. But typically, if you know the name of the person you want to talk to, which you should, and I do talk about doing research about these people, when you're doing this work, you should know something about the people that you're going to be talking to or calling. These are not, should not be like cold, ice cold calls. These should at least be warm calls where you at least know the person's name. So if you make a phone call and you're trying to call John, you know, the decision maker, and Mary, his secretary, answers the phone, you of course would want to say, "Hi, this is Tammy at Take Action Marketing," or whatever. "May I speak to John?" And she's going to say, or he's going to say, "Can I tell him what this is referring to?" And you could say, "I'm following up on the email that I sent to him earlier today," or whatever it is, and may I speak to him? And of course, she may put you into, you know, directly in, or she may, you know, put you into a voicemail. Whatever happens, if you get into a voicemail, then be ready for that. If you get to speak to the person, be ready for that. So you wouldn't talk to the secretary unless you think that that's going to help your case. Often in an in-person or a small town situation, it would be very good to talk to the secretary or the gatekeeper, because they can help you get in the door. So that's a decision that you have to make. So Helene, what I'm going to tell you about your fear of the email tracking, if it makes you uncomfortable, don't use it. If you're okay with it, turn it into a positive. Everything you do, you have to feel good about it, and I'm not going to tell you to do anything that you don't feel good about or comfortable with. And if it makes you feel icky, don't use it. But don't let any of this stop you from moving forward and doing something. Just erase whatever you don't like, eliminate it, and use what you do like. Karen says, please ask how many people want social media training. How many people want social media training? And when I talk about social media training, I'm talking about the social media certification program that I do is what I actually have a couple levels, and the first level is what I call social media for business building infrastructure. And that is all about literally building all of the infrastructure of Facebook, LinkedIn, everything. There's like 10 or 15 different platforms that you have to build. And then I go into how to be a social media superstar. And then I go into content brand marketing, how to create a content brand for social media. And that's actually a very popular class, how to create a content brand. And I teach you how to do like editorial calendars and the whole thing. Like I said, these are typically 8-week courses at the college, and they're normally 6 to 8 weeks long. And I can, I own the content, so I could pull them in to a regular membership format and offer those. So if you're interested in anything like that, certainly let me know, and I have the content done. It's just I haven't put it out to the world. Good, Helene. Web presence evaluation training decision. Deb Hart, it's from what I got from a lot of people on the call, it sounds like I should create web presence evaluation training. And again, what that is where I actually show you how to evaluate and create a web presence analysis that you could either sell to your clients, or I can show you how to do a short one that you could do free. But I highly recommend that you act like a consultant and position yourself as the authority, expert, educator, advocate. And if you do a web presence analysis, if you're going to do it free, make it like 3 minutes and very vague. But if they're going to pay you for it, then of course you would want to make it a little more detailed, and of course then it would become more of a web presence marketing evaluation. So there's a couple different ways, probably more than a couple different ways that you could use that web presence evaluation training. That could be it could turn into being a moneymaker for you. Let's see here. I have to find out where my questions are. Let's see. Okay, there's Helene, Karen. Karen wants social media training. Helene wants it. How do I get those certificates from you to learn video marketing? How many certificates do you offer? Do the materials allow me to get the certificate? Louis, I can give you all certificates of completion from LeadsMaster Pro and Take Action Marketing Implementation, and provide that to you, and you could then use that and put it on your resume or something, because it is real training and you do put hours and hours into it. And I don't know that you could use it for CEU training, but you certainly could use it on your resume to talk about that. Okay, let's see. Lois says, okay, Lois, what I can do is I can get my social media curriculum and actually post it into LeadsMaster Pro, and everybody can look at it and say, yes, I'd like this, or no, I'm not interested. Like I said, I already created the content. It's just a matter of putting it into a place where everybody could consume it. Ted is asking a question: would the web presence analysis info include helping the business owner with responsive web copy? It could. For example, I just did a web presence analysis for a company that sells dog collars, and what I did, what I always do is I go find and see, do they have a website? I look at their website. Is their website mobile responsive? I put it through the 21 ways checkpoint, and then I go and I look at, do they have social media? If so, what do they need in their social media? If they need responsive web copy and I provide that service, I certainly could plant that into their heads, saying, oh, you need regular content, high quality, relevant content, once a month or once a week, whatever it is that you as the consultant believe to be the truth that would help their company. They may even need retargeting. A lot of my clients need retargeting. Arlene, will web presence evaluation training be only for those who buy your special training, or can we have it on a Sunday night? Arlene, more than likely what I can do is I could do an abbreviated version, but it is not something that I can teach in a half an hour to even an hour and a half to really show you the nuances and so that you understand why you're spending this time creating this, because it's really a marketing tool and a tool to help your client, and it does have great value to you, because if you do it, you can make a lot of money with it, either by selling it or by doing it to get clients to know, like, and trust you. But I certainly can do a version of the web presence evaluation. Mary Teresa, the web presence evaluation form, actually what you got is the evaluation form for when I do speaking, which is totally different. The evaluation form is actually, it's a document template that I use in order to capture leads. Okay, Deb Hart says she's interested in the social media. Okay, people are saying thank you. Great. Any more questions? Again, this is really important, and I want you to think about this and how the internet has really changed our lives and what this means to us as local marketing consultants. If the average human's attention span in 2013 was only 8 seconds, 1 second shorter than a goldfish, and this is 2015, and we're looking beyond, and we know that as we get older, our attention span is getting shorter. The younger people coming up have never, ever experienced anything other than technology, so their attention span is probably even shorter. It's really important that you understand how important being able to have powerful conversational pitching points pulled together, and how important it is not only for you, but you can take this training that you get from me and turn around and learn it and help your clients because they have the same issues. So this is everything that I teach you. It's all things that I use personally, and I also help my clients by helping them to understand what they need to be doing. And you've got your websites. You've got more than, 150 niches now. You've got your websites. You've got your lead finder. You have your sales dynamite. You have all of these fabulous, fabulous tools, but you do have to follow up. And that's what this is all about. This is all about helping you move your business forward so that you can have a real business, real clients, and have a support system. Jack Hopman and I are your support system so that you have a place where you know that you can have this solid, ongoing training to get you moving forward so that you have a viable business that someday you could sell or leave to your children or at least make a good living, but you have to focus and keep moving forward on with the idea that you're growing your business. So let me see if there's any more questions. Arlene, this presentation, which is only 10 slides long, yes, I'll be happy to post this up into the LeadsMaster Pro. Lois Reed, no, the WP Spy, I've never heard of it. And a word presence analysis, the way that I do it, it's not a mechanical thing. It's more of a human thing, and I use it to grow the know, like, trust factor and to position myself as an authority expert, educator, advocate. I am familiar with many different automated forms and different reports that you can do, but to tell you the truth, nothing will beat a good old-fashioned human being talking about things in English where you can explain, and using video and even standing in front of a video. I can talk a lot about the power of video and marketing also, but you can get a lot of action and close a lot more deals if people feel they know you, like you, and trust you, and that you're not fully relying on technology all the time, because we are humans. So I always really keep that into my heart, because if you watch, people really like to communicate with other humans. Okay, Deb, I hear you about you need that full presence evaluation training. Dale says the videos are not playing. I know they're all YouTube videos. I'll go in there and I can find the link. They should be playing. The form, Mary Teresa, the evaluate prospects, I don't have that form. The form that I do have is the one, it's the evaluation form that people fill out when I do public speaking. Okay. Okay, let's see. Mary Teresa, the website presence analysis, I think you came in late. The reason we're talking about it is because somebody asked me a question, and I answered the question, and then I said, do you want the website presence analysis, yes or no? People said yes. So I think you missed the part about how we got to talk about that. But I am going to offer that training, so don't worry about it. That's why we're talking about it, because people are saying yes, they're interested. I don't understand, Thomas, the question, how long to get your links. I don't know what that means. Ron, I don't have an answer to that. Mary Teresa, you say you don't understand the answer. I'm not sure when you wrote that. VB and I already did the training. If that's the question of tonight, I did the training in the first half hour. Helene B, LeadsMaster Pro. If you go to Facebook and join LeadsMaster Pro group as a member of, if you're a part of PowerPitch, Video Marketing Agency, Mobile Wizard Pro, that's the group for LeadsMaster Pro is the Facebook group for that. Anthony says the videos are working fine, so it may be your browser. Oh, Mary Teresa, that's okay. Okay, W or BB and I, anybody who joins PowerPitch or Power Networking, we're going to have hot seat, meaning personal training on how to write your own scripts Wednesday and Thursday of this week at different times so that different people can join the groups, and then Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So there'll be 4 opportunities for people to bring their personal business information into a webinar, and we'll have a live hands-on workshop to get you so that you have your own personal script. Okay. So are there any more questions? Okay, great. Well, great. It is 9:17, so we've been on for a little more than an hour, and I think I've answered everybody's questions. Again, we always are trying to provide humongous value to you with everything that we do. And like I said, I do listen to the feedback, and I try to create things that you actually can use on a regular basis to go out and make money. So I do listen to what you ask for. So as you know, anybody who's talked to me personally, I do try to give you as much value as I possibly can, and I do listen. Okay, so Dale, I'll check on those on the level 2 videos. They were working, but I'll check them again. So again, anybody have any questions? I'll go ahead and turn it back over to Jack to sign off. I appreciate all your time, and again, we'll be rocking and rolling with live webinars, so you have to do your homework so that you can be prepared, and I do give you an email to send your script to so that I can be prepared, and we'll go through as many as possible, but everybody will be able to have their script reviewed and evaluated live on the calls. So as long as you participate, I will give you as much feedback as humanly possible. I really appreciate everybody who's on the call tonight, and I'm happy Memorial Day, and do know that we do appreciate the service of all the military around the world who try to keep our freedom going. We really do appreciate that. I do appreciate all the kind comments and all the good feedback. I really do. Thank you.